Welcome to this episode of Look Around Lubbock, brought to you by Fox 34. Hi, I'm Kurt Kaiser. I'll be your host for Look Around Lubbock as we explore downtown Lubbock. Downtown Lubbock is the place to be. As Lubbock's population continues to grow, so do downtown development and revitalization efforts. Downtown Lubbock celebrates our city's culture and business foundation. A vibrant art district features the Louise Hopkins Underwood Center for the Arts and the newly created Buddy Holly Hall of Performing Arts and Sciences. The Lubbock Tornado Memorial, Buddy Holly Statue, and West Texas Hall of Fame are can't-miss attractions. Several museums offer hours of entertainment. Trendy cafes, restaurants, coffee shops, wineries, and breweries provide enjoyable times spent with friends and family. Unique hotels and loft living are available through the downtown area, attracting visitors and enticing Lubbock residents to move downtown. Historical buildings and long-standing churches with beautiful architecture continue to thrive in downtown Lubbock. Over the next several months, Fox 34 will take you on a tour of downtown Lubbock featuring entertainment venues, restaurants, churches, and businesses. I hope you'll join me every weekend right here on Fox 34 News Now to see what all the excitement is about in downtown Lubbock. Find your favorite place in downtown Lubbock. The tallest building in Lubbock, the Metro Tower Lofts, is getting a new look. It's a new chapter in a story that started in 1955.
It was built by Great Plains Life Insurance, and they occupied the building for many years until they sold it. And then in 1970, everyone knows, the tornado came through and hit the building. So it is the second tallest building that is still standing that has been hit by an F5 tornado. Sure, it was damaged and took a toll on the building. However, it's even sturdier now than it was before. They came in and put some steel cross beams in and reinforced some things. And so it is very safe. It is very sturdy. This building's not going anywhere.
When Allison was a little girl growing up in Lubbock, she used to call the Metro Tower Mom's Building.
My mom, Karen Higgins, is also in commercial real estate, and when I was young, she actually managed this building, and she came in, and I believe it was 40% occupied when she got the building, and she got it up to about 80% occupancy while she was here leasing the building.
The new owners of the building, MRE Capital, have completed 18 residential developments across the Midwest and 5 in Texas. When they started looking in Lubbock, they knew exactly what they wanted.
MRE Capital had come to town, and I was working with them to find a property, and we were looking in downtown Lubbock. So we're driving around downtown Lubbock, and we drive by the Metro Tower, and they point over and they say, "We want that building."
It took 6 years for that purchase to come about, but in April of 2020, it was complete. Construction on the Metro Tower Loft started a month later.
The building is a National Historical Marker, and so to have that designation is huge, and there were historic tax credits that were used to pay for this remodel, but you have to follow very strict guidelines. So they had to come in and put an interior staircase, which they were able to do to make it 100% safe.
The new tenants will start moving into the building by the end of May.
Metro Tower Lofts is going to consist of 89 residential units. Those are going to range from efficiencies to 2 bedrooms, and I believe that there is 1 3-bedroom apartment as well. And so each floor has a little bit different floor plan, but each floor will have kind of a good mix of efficiencies up to 2-bedroom apartments. Metro Tower Lofts is the first residence in downtown Lubbock for all diverse income levels, and so anyone making any income level can come and live here. It's so neat to see the old parts of the building, the historic parts of the building that have stayed and been renovated and maintained, and then the new sections of the building that are modern and cool and have a fresh look on them. And so I love how they've kind of married those two looks together, and they've kept the history of the building. You have a view of Lubbock in this building that nowhere else in town can you get this view. You can literally see for miles and miles and miles with our flat land, and it's a beautiful view. From floor all the way up to 20, it's spectacular. And being able to see Texas Tech, the east side of Lubbock as well as looking south. It's beautiful. And you're gonna then start to see more service locations, you're gonna see more restaurants, you're gonna see more commercial spaces pop up, and it's just a huge part of revitalizing downtown.
To schedule a tour or to fill out an application, go to their website, metrotowerlofts.com. In 1939, St. John's Methodist Church was born in Lubbock, originally built to serve the community at Texas Tech, a community they still serve to this day.
The energy from Tech is what I'm feeling, especially when school is in session and in the fall and games and things like that. We have our parking lot that people park in to go to games, and so we're very involved in the Tech community. The architecture, the brick streets of Broadway, it's just a very unique energy that you don't get in the other parts of Lubbock.
Megan Comiskey has been a member of St. John's her entire life.
There's times when I'm sitting in church and I can feel the same sensory experience that I had when I was 4. Things, to look at those same stained glass windows, or to look up at the altar, or just that cross that's had so many different ways of being hung up there, on the wall, suspended from the ceiling, just different ways. So I love the sentimentality of it.
The church she was raised in is now the church where she has raised 3 children of her own.
The children's ministry here is a nice, strong, but small core of people, so everyone really gets to know each other really well, and it's not too overwhelming. It also allows people who think, oh, I don't work with kids, or I haven't worked with kids, they can come in and get to know the children and build relationships with them.
Another way to build relationship is through music. That's what originally brought Alec Cattell to St. John's.
Music is central to worship here at St. John's. I came here 8 years ago, and one of the first things I did was I joined the choir. I wanted to learn more about how Methodists worship, and I wanted to practice my singing, and so that was a wonderful experience. We have a Steinway piano, which is a really excellent piano, and behind me is the Holtkamp organ, which is the Steinway of organs. And so these instruments feature prominently in our worship as well as the choir. We truly sing to express our faith, to deepen our faith, to nurture each other and challenge each other in our faith. A lot of the hymns, there's poetry there, and the harmony and the melody, different things that are going on are a way to be in the spirit. And so they provide, deep words, deep faith. And in a way, the music prepares you for the words that we'll hear from Scripture and from the pulpit, and a way to process them more deeply.
We do believe in the love of Christ, who taught us that we are to love and welcome and get involved, anyone. It's not about us being anything other than a welcoming, inclusive congregation.
I do think there's a warmth and a welcomeness and a true acceptance of all people at whatever walk of life they may be in. For me, that's a sense of pride in this church, that it's okay to question. It's okay to not have the answers and to be exploring your faith rather than feeling things are settled or feeling that things are a certain way.
If they have been marginalized in society, they will not be marginalized here. They will be included, nurtured, and challenged in their faith. They will be a full part of the community. And so that's what made me stay, and that's what I continue to stay here.
My daughter and I were talking about that the other day, and she was saying, you know, if I ever move away and somebody says church, this is always what I'm going to think of, is St. John's and that, you know, that my church family.
You're invited to join that church family for worship at 1501 University Avenue. Community Health Center of Lubbock opened in 1992, offering primary and preventative health care services at 8 locations in Lubbock.
CHL was started by Sister Mary Kathleen Small to help underserved areas and help the medically indigent people here in Lubbock.
CHCL is dedicated in making sure we provide access to all the patients and all the patients here in Lubbock. So more than 60% of the patients that we see are unfunded and underfunded. So we do have programs that would make us possible to see patients. We have 2 optometrist providers that rotate in our site, seeing patients for diabetes with high blood pressures, making sure that the pressure inside the eyes are okay. If there's any changes behind the eye, they also do refraction, making sure that they have prescription for eyeglasses.
Our team of dental professionals offers exams, x-rays, cleanings, fillings, and extractions, just all the services needed to prevent, diagnose, and to treat dental problems. The health of your mouth can impact the health of the rest of your body. So sometimes dentists are able to diagnose that there may be another systemic issue going on, such as diabetes, just by the signs that we can see on your x-rays and looking at your teeth. So in that case, we can refer you to other healthcare professionals based on your unique needs.
We do mostly well child checks from newborn to 18 years old. We also make sure all of our children are caught up on their immunizations and give immunizations. We do a lot of school physicals, which we're going into the schools and doing them. This past month we've been doing them, and then into May we're doing school physicals for Lubbock ISD.
A major part of the mission of the Community Health Center is not only in treating patients, but in providing preventative care, doing that through education, use of the fitness center, and classes.
And the primary reason we did that was to help improve health outcomes and lower risk associated with disease, such as heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. We are working to try to educate when they see the provider initially. If they see a need where somebody might benefit from those programs, the provider will refer them to the programs, and then we do an initial assessment and we try to engage them into the process.
So one of my favorite parts of my jobs is educating the families especially I do a lot more education in the newborn to 2-year-old phase. We still, of course, do education with every visit, but with new moms, there's lots and lots of questions, so it's fun to be able to talk to them.
Simple things, hand washing, covering your mouth and your nose when coughing or sneezing. This has been taught to us as kids, but in the last 2 years, this has been very important in preventing and mitigating spread.
Community Health Center originally was located on Broadway. They moved into this beautiful building in 2015. Part of its charm is an indoor waterfall.
In this new building that we were able to build, we were able to put a water feature in it, and it's not running right now. It's behind me here. It will be turned back on probably in the next few months.
Well, I'm most proud that we're able to really make a difference in people's lives.
Our patients, have commented in the past that they have a new life because they've come to CHL, and I know that's attributable to the passion of our staff.
Buddy Holly Hall opened its doors just over a year ago and in a short time has put Lubbock on the entertainment map.
This is a world-class theater, and it has really high acoustic ratings, the highest that you can have, and so it's world-class. So the tours are wanting to come and book, and I think one of the most interesting things that has developed is our Broadway program. I do not believe Broadway has been here. It's been about 10 years. And so it's back in a big way. And the Broadway shows that we've had, we've just gotten a lot of positive feedback. So much so, this next upcoming season in 2023, we went from 2 nights to 3 nights and have 2 big blockbusters. I can't believe I'm going to say it, but we have Hamilton coming. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm pinching myself. It's really amazing to do that in your first year of Broadway. We were midway through when we drew the interest of Hamilton. So they will be here in the summer with 16 shows, and we're very, very excited. And the other blockbuster is wonderful. It's one of my favorite Broadway shows, which is Dear Evan Hansen. And both of those are outstanding, wonderful productions, and Lubbock has them now. The patrons have come forward and have supported it and have bought season tickets, because it's the season tickets that drive what shows we get. We're really, really fortunate to have such a loyal art base here in Lubbock. This probably seems normal to everyone here. It's not normal. And that just shows me how strong the community is for this theater. I mean, this is not tax supported. This is people donating their money, grants and funds. LIPA is the steward of that. They're the owners of the building through the community. So I love it because the community is so strong that it commanded a blockbuster this quickly.
You don't have to wait for those great shows to attend Buddy Holly Hall. There's something good every weekend with a very diverse lineup.
We have Boys to Men coming this weekend with the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra, and I'm so excited for that. That's really a neat pairing. We have Travis Tritt, Theo Vaughn, a funny comedian. We've got all kinds of things, and if you want to see what we have, people can go to buddyhollyhall.com, and all the shows that are for sale are listed with the dates, so you can take a look at that. We really try to have a diverse lineup, and so we even have family shows. Blippi and Baby Shark are on the horizon coming up soon. So those are some family shows, and then we have country, classic, a lot of comedians. It's really fun. A lot of comedians are taking interest in stopping through. Really great comedians. I know that we have Tim Allen coming later on in the year, and so it's really fun to have such a diverse lineup.
Ballet Lubbock has a new home at Buddy Holly Hall. The Rave On restaurant run by United is getting great reviews. There's actually 2 theaters on site.
We have the Helen DeVitt Jones Theater, which is the main theater, which is almost 2,300 seats. And then we have the Crickets Theater, which is a smaller theater. We book a lot of local, regional shows, some national shows, and that's about 400 seats, and it's also attached to the theater as well. I look at downtown and I think, wow, this is amazing. This is going to grow. This is going to boom. It already is. Having the theater here really is helpful. And we're here on Mac Davis Lane, which is really a nice street in itself to be a part of. And we're part of First Friday Art Trail now. So we're on the map. So if people are coming out for First Friday Art Trail, make sure to swing by the Buddy Holly Hall. We've got a packed agenda through October. I think what I like best is the community aspect of it, because I've met so many passionate people here. They wanted these artists to come here, and they have them now.
Nashwell Cafe is unique. Unique in what they offer, unique in the way they look.
People walk in and sometimes it reminds them of another city that they're from or that they've visited, whether it's the food or people just the different look. I mean, with the raw brick, people have said it looks like Chicago. It looks like a whole range of different cities.
As for what you find inside those walls, you won't find another Australian bakery in Lubbock.
The main thing that I'm personally involved in is the cafe bakeries part of it. We do offer some things that are particularly Australian and also just some other things that we like to make. I mean, the particularly Australian things are the Anzac cookies, the lamingtons and the sausage rolls.
Nashwell Cafe is actually built on 4 different pillars. That's the Australian bakery side. Another pillar is art.
Most of it is my husband Jonathan's work. He did a fine arts degree in Durham, North Carolina. So a lot of this work has been tucked away in storage for about 10 years, but it quickly filled the walls here. And we do have some other local artists featured as well.
Co-work is a third pillar. Nashwell Cafe offers a membership that gives you a place to work.
You may have been working at home and you'd like to move out to an office, but you're not ready to get a full office space of your own. We offer a few different levels of membership there, and people who are enjoying that are people who are working independently but want to have community around them.
And then the fourth pillar for Nashwell Cafe is solar.
We are not the technical experts, but we are really connecting people. We can connect people with others who have great technical expertise on solar panels. So,
the cafe opened in November and is fast becoming a favorite stop for a number of offices in the downtown area.
Really, it's pretty varied. We do serve a lot of the local businesses, people coming in on their lunch break. We're right here next to the Lubbock City building. People staying at the Pioneer Hotel, and then people coming from the other side of town just because they like it. I really enjoy the kind of rustic history of this area instead of a brand new shiny building. For me, it feels similar to parts of Sydney that I've lived in that are, older, and you can see that history in the buildings.
Angela started the business with her husband. The name Nashwell is a marriage of Angela's last name, Nash, and Jonathan's last name of Blackwell.
The name Nashwell really comes from, it's Jonathan's and my last names mashed together. A friend was just for fun calling us the Nashwells, and it kind of stuck.
Nashwell Cafe is a great addition to the downtown area, a place to go, enjoy some delicious food from the bakery, and relax.
So yeah, we just want to introduce people to something a little bit new, to come in and try it, and it's a casual, relaxed atmosphere.
Vibrant downtown districts breathe life into a community and create the city's character and forecast its future. Thanks for watching this episode of Look Around Lubbock, and I hope you've enjoyed learning about new entertainment opportunities, revitalized buildings, old and new businesses, and fun activities for the entire family available in downtown Lubbock. Enjoy free, family-friendly activities like the Saturday Farmers Market or the First Friday Art Trail, the first Friday of every month. If you've not been downtown lately, we invite you to come enjoy all there is to see and do. Join me, Kurt Kaiser, as we feature fun, food, and businesses in downtown Lubbock on Look Around Lubbock. Watch right here on Fox 34 News Now as we explore all that downtown Lubbock has to offer.